Welcome back, everybody. Season 2, chocolate milk, the tastiest interracial beverage you've ever had.
Hello.
It's a Monday afternoon.
Hey, yo, fuck Christopher Columbus.
Yo, fuck that guy. I'm Italian, but still, fuck him.
That's crazy. I didn't know that he was Italian.
I know, dude. The only reason I know that is because I was watching my favorite show,
Sopranos.
The Sopranos.
I got my goo.
We should have an episode about that, how many times I fucking talk about
honestly,
it.
I have never watched that show.
It's a great show. Show.
I've heard good things, and I think it's won a couple awards,
Probably,
too.
for acting, and I wouldn't be surprised.
And the hoagies, too.
Dude, the hoagies are fire. Even when
hoagies look good.
Even when they're cutting people's dicks off, they're still eating hoagies. Yeah, there's an episode about it. Go check it out.
I'm gonna have to.
Of their season 2.
But yeah, fuck Christopher Columbus. If you fuck with him, you're supporting genocide, and that's a no bueno.
No bueno. No bueno whatsoever.
No bueno.
No, it's I know it's not a national thing, but a lot of different towns and cities across the country celebrate it now as Indigenous Peoples Day.
As they should.
As they should. I'm into it. I'm into that. They were here first. We kind of came over and killed thousands and thousands of them. And that ain't cool.
That is no bueno.
That ain't cool. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school.
Or, no, actually don't. Stay in school, but just get a reliable source
Keep
for
an
your
open
information.
mind. Keep an open mind.
Exactly, because I didn't learn that till after. No. Actually, I learned that my junior year.
Of high school?
Yes. My teacher, Miss Wills, she taught us that Christopher Columbus was literally a piece of shit. She had a whole PowerPoint. She was like, why Christopher Columbus is a piece of shit. Not like that, but it was literally that. It was just bashing him. And I was like, wow. And we celebrated this guy for a while, man.
We did.
Kids, too? Because elementary school, everything, too, man.
Yeah, dude, I don't really remember the whole Indigenous People Day thing changing or even coming about until 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
like
that was
2018, 2017.
Right.
Like, I don't really remember people pushing that agenda. I mean, the reason I always remember is Christopher Columbus's Day because my uncle's birthday is today.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday for him.
Happy birthday, Uncle Bill. Haven't talked to you in probably a decade.
Uncle Bill, what up?
But I hope you're doing well. Hope your wife is well.
Oh, yeah.
Keep creating art. All that good stuff. Keep teaching that English so these people can learn
Attaboy.
that it's your birthday and not his day.
Attaboy.
And as we always say, we're here to fuck the world.
And your mother.
Your mama! Speaking of adventure, we're going to go on our own little adventure today and talk about everybody's favorite, Pokémon!
Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch 'em all. And we're not talking about the Christopher Columbus catch 'em all, which would be like AIDS and herpes.
Oh, God. Why are we going?
He gave out the smallpox blankets.
Yes.
See, I tied the two together. You see what I did?
Yeah, but Pokemon is a lot lighter than what Christopher Columbus did.
It's definitely a fat chunk lighter, but...
Oh, no, it's a lot lighter.
It's definitely a lot lighter.
We're here to
educate y'all about Pokemon.
Right.
Talk about a little bit of the history.
Right.
Talk about our favorites, our favorite games, our favorite Pokemon. And then, I know you don't know this, Chocolate, but I set a little surprise for you at the ending.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
Okay.
All right, bro. Let's tackle the history a little bit of Pokemon. So, let's go back to Tokyo, 1981. Satoshi Tajiri invented a magazine called Game Freak. So, over the years, he was a big video game enthusiast. Over the years, he noticed that the current arcade games weren't, up to speed. They were losing their steam a little bit. So what he decided to do is he took his very popular Japanese magazine, Game Freak magazine, and made his own video game company.
That's dope.
So he wanted to bridge the gap and start, hitting that new region of video games.
And I think Game Freak is actually still around too and stuff, but just for like Nintendo, I think.
Probably. I know that I remember when I used to play like Red and Blue, it would come up with that little like penguin looking thing.
Right.
Game Freak, and I was like, is that the Game Freak right there? As a kid, you don't know what's going on.
It's just a penguin.
Yeah. What's really cool though is even from the beginning of Game Freak, going from a magazine into the video game company, he brought his partner Ken Sugimori who was an artist for the magazine, and he later joined Satoshi to do a lot of the art for the Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really awesome. And between the time of Game Freak turning into a video game company and then Pokemon releasing, Game Freak helped contribute to a lot of different games. I didn't know this, but it helped with Yoshi, Mario, and Wario, and even a game called Pulseman.
I've never even heard of Pulseman.
Never heard of Pulseman before, but I
remember playing Yoshi on the Game Boy Advance, and that game was pretty fun because it was literally just Yoshi jumping around, and I think he was collecting eggs. And you can like change your color from like the blue Yoshi, the pink Yoshi, the red Yoshi. And I think they put that perk on Smash Bros.
They definitely so that's the thing. I definitely remember on Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I would always even Donkey Kong. I would change him to blue or whatever. It was so fun. It was so fucking fun. So the reason that Satoshi got excited and created the game Pokemon, which was first brought into existence in 1989, is that he used to explore forests in the woods and collect small bugs and tadpoles and stuff like that. So that's so cool that he loved actual real life animals and decided that with his partner that he was going to create this game.
Yeah, that's really dope.
As we both know, the original releases was a Japan-only release of Red and Green.
Yeah.
And the game turned out to be so popular in Japan, like so quickly as well, that it turned out to go to a worldwide release, which was really cool. Which this part though I never understood is that when they brought it over to the States, they went to Red and Blue instead of Red and Green. Maybe
because they wanted to try to put every starter Pokemon on the cover, and that makes more sense. Because I think you probably could still order the green one, but it's probably super expensive.
It doesn't make sense to me though, because essentially the first 4 games, Red, Green, Blue, and Yellow with Pikachu, are like the same game with just slightly different changes, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, Red obviously is Charizard,
right?
But then Blue was Blastoise, and Green was Venusaur. So my thing is like, okay, one of the 3rd generations of the first Pokemon that you get in the game is already leveled up to Venusaur. Why are you hating on my man Venusaur over here? You know, he's probably providing oxygen for us to breathe and shit.
Maybe plus 2, it might have been like a marketing tool too.
That's true. Maybe blue, like that's an interesting thing though. Like maybe blue is more sellable,
and it makes more sense because we are red, white, and blue.
Okay, true.
So, and I don't know. It's just like maybe like an idea that they were like, hey, let's give them red and blue since they're American and blah blah blah, and they'll love it. They'll buy it. This and this, and we did.
Maybe it could have been another thing too. Maybe it could have been like because like think about Star Wars. Darth Vader red, Luke blue, and that was a very popular like back and forth. What you call it, a confrontation or like of colors where like red and like everyone knew red was evil and blue was good,
right? And
like green, they could see it as good, but they didn't use it as much.
Actually,
that could have been it.
Which was weird. Okay, we're going off a track and stuff, but which was weird is that I think in the Return of the Jedi, I think green was seen as like a neutral color and stuff because remember Luke's aura, he was very like. He was very a little nonchalant, and he was very darker. Like, bro, I'm not afraid to whoop some ass, bro, and take a life in that one. It just felt kind of like he was very like, it's very just badass.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, the episode before, he got his hand sliced off. Yeah. So he's pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, talk about daddy issues,
right.
The only last thing I can think about is if you relate it to food, because blue is apparently the most unattractive food color. Sorry, Jolly Ranchers. But,
what?
Yeah, food is like, apparently to the eye, when you eat food, blue is like the most unappeasing. I know there's like a lot of blue drinks that people drink, and I love to drink them too. People don't like blue cheese because it's got mud.
I love blue cheese.
I love blue cheese.
Put that shit on everything.
Everything. I'll put it on a Pokemon.
Eggs. Well, I mean, probably not on a Pokemon. Which Pokemon though?
Shit. Gyarados. Blue on blue, baby.
Man, you gonna make Gyarados sushi and wrap it in blue cheese, bro.
I'm in.
That's another
Fuck
idea.
that cream cheese.
Yo, save our ideas.
Once Pokemon started to really, really get some traction, not just in the States, but worldwide, it has now since released over 7 different generations of the game. From Red and Blue to Silver and Gold, all the way till today's of Sword and Shield. And what's really dope, what I love that Pokemon does, is they keep adding more and more Pokemon to the game.
Yeah, except for they're just getting lazier, dude, with the Pokemon creations. Like, dude, if you look up some of them now, bro, they're terrible. They're terrible. Like, honestly, the last good gen of Pokemon was in Diamond and Pearl for the Nintendo DS. And I remember playing, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. And I was playing those religiously. And because they combined literally, I think it was first gen and all the other gens before Black and White. Black and White was, bro, terrible. Like, you guys, pick it up.
They're trying, dude. There's only certain combinations they can do.
Well, and that's exactly why now they're taking the older Pokemon and giving them, I think it's like an X form or something like that, where like they get like a stronger form. Like I remember seeing I think a Pokemon card recently where Charizard was like it was like X'd out, and he had like black, and like he was just really decked out, like
Blue Eyes Black Dragon.
Yeah, basically like he like honestly like he looked just really big, like he was just a big ass dragon. But yeah, that's why they're taking a lot of the older Pokemon and they're just giving them this freaking super form now and stuff just to make them, because everyone knows the newer gen Pokemon suck. Unless you're like a 5-year-old kid and you're like, oh, this is cute, I go. If you're a diehard Pokemon fan, no, it's crap.
Yeah, because the only other form that I can see them turn into is like a Rick and Morty thing. Because those characters, like, they're very like the Blob. You know that horror movie, The Blob? It's just like you take random shapes and just plug it all together. I'm not hating on Rick and Morty. I absolutely
love Rick and Morty.
Love Rick and Morty. But I'm just saying, it's like, are they going to turn to that? I don't think so, because it's just going to be like Muck 2.0, Muck 3.0, and Muck 4.0. And it's just like, you add arms, you add a garbage can, you add like school children stuck inside of him. It's like, that's what Muck's going to turn into, But one thing I got to say, which was really, really dope we're going to scoot back a little bit, is when Gold and Silver came out.
Gold and Silver.
What's really cool is they dropped Gold and Silver, and they also dropped an exclusive Game Boy Color drop of Crystal, which I had, and I believe you didn't, right?
No, dude, I didn't even know, because I had to look it up and stuff, and I found out that freaking it was Suicune that's on the cover of it.
Suicune was badass,
and I was like, yo, so they got Ho-Ho, they got a Lugia, and they got Suicune. I was like, dude, it's like, man, but I think it would have been sick if they would have had Entei or like Raikou and stuff, because they're all brothers and stuff.
I loved Raikou.
Dude, Raikou was sick.
And Entei, he was like this big red motherfucker.
Big fire Pokemon.
I think he was in Pokemon Stadium, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But I couldn't tell what kind of animal or what thing
he was. Like a lion.
Bro. He looked like a weird like mammoth.
It was like a lion
because he was
furry,
like and then he had
cloud.
Like right. I mean, I was just Raikou looked like a saber-toothed tiger, and then Suicune looked like a water deer. If you want to get, if that's what he is, I'm not too sure, but yeah, they kind of look kind of crazy.
Maybe they should have made Entei an octopus monster, because it's very close to another favorite word of ours.
Which one?
Hentai.
Oh, I was wait. I was
just what? Pronounced differently.
Oh, they know what they were doing.
They knew what they were doing.
What they were doing.
Fuck yeah, they knew what they were doing.
Let's just spell it backwards. No one's gonna notice.
No one's gonna know. We're still gonna keep the octopus. No one's gonna know.
More tentacles.
What's also dope, dude, during that time of Gold and Silver and Crystal is that a lot of changes came to the game, including, of course, more Pokemon, but they also started to include shiny Pokemon and even Pokemon breeding.
Wow.
I don't really remember the breeding, maybe because I sucked at the game and I didn't get too far because I never read any instructions.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm not too sure about the breeding either and stuff. I know in Pearl and Diamond, they didn't really, I mean, you didn't have the option to breed Pokemon, but there was a daycare where you could put your Pokemon in and they could actually and it would help you level up your Pokemon and stuff. It was actually really convenient and stuff.
I remember the leveling up thing, but does that count as breeding?
In a sense, yeah. I mean, because it was like a daycare. But that's kind of weird, though, because they don't have consent for that. Imagine they just had a bunch of Pokemon just breeding. Yes, they don't know anything about this. It's a little underground look like.
That's kind of creepy.
Right. Like fucking like black market.
You're going to get into some Pokemon. fucking real-time Pokemon investigation here, my friend.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, he's on the loose now, looking for them pedos.
That's terrible.
He's like, I got to protect my kind.
Pokemon.
I really gotta catch them all. The state of Pokemon. But anyways, there was really, really cool things about the first 4 games. I don't know if you know about this, but check this out. So, I didn't know about this either until I looked it up. So, I thought the original way to beat the game was to obviously get all the badges.
Yes.
Go back to the beginning, do the stadium thing where you beat all the stadium people.
Yeah.
And then defeat Team Rocket, right? And I thought, okay, you're done. You got it all.
Right.
But what I didn't realize is that it's got 151 Pokemon. And so back in the day, we're talking Game Boy. Even before Game Boy Color, we're talking original Game Boy. Is what you had to do is after you do all that, and after a buddy of yours does all that, say you got blue, say he's got red, is you have to take that little external link thing from your Game Boy to his Game Boy and trade the remaining Pokemon that are not available in the 2 games.
I didn't know that.
Satoshi is a sneaky motherfucker.
But honestly, plus 2, I didn't really get to play those. I think growing up, I had a Game Boy Color, but it sucked and stuff because we had to always buy batteries for it. So, nobody in my family really cared for it and stuff. It was like a collector thing and stuff, so we never really had it. And because I remember we had to use the cord to battle.
Yes.
And then like you and your friend had to literally sit right next to each other, and just a battle.
No peeking.
No peeking. Don't look at my move, man. This is that, but that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. What happened eventually later after, I think Gold and Silver came out is they re-released the originals with green worldwide.
Wow.
Which was available. I never had it though. Did you ever have it?
Dude, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen green.
Maybe I'm getting my facts wrong here.
Because this is like the first time I'm
ever hearing this. 2004.
Yeah, bro, I wasn't aware of 2004.
I was in 4th grade.
I was trying to like get those like those are like Mexican candies and stuff. Because there's okay. So back in elementary school, I used to be a sucker for like Mexican candy and stuff. So there was like this ice cream truck that always came by, and he used to sell these Mexican suckers, and it was the sandia ones. And in Spanish, sandia is watermelon. He used to sell those little like watermelon suckers with chili on them, bro. Fucked up my teeth.
Monica gave me a cup of the sandia ones.
Bro, Monica be man.
It was good, bro.
I'm a little jelly.
But dude, she's not at my store.
Relationship with Monica. No, okay.
She's not at my store anymore.
What?
Yeah, they're opening the commissary, so she's gonna be gonzo, bro.
Oh, dude, I miss Monica.
I know.
But Monica don't even.
She a real one. She's
like, just Max.
Mm-hmm. So obviously we all know that the success of Pokemon has skyrocketed from its beginnings.
Stuffed animals, toys, movies, like
card game,
everything,
anime, T-shirts, posters, even hentai. Why not? We already went there once. We're going there again. Yeah, I mean, Misty. I mean, we'll talk about her in a bit. But yeah, dude, and it's crazy because the card game, especially. So to me, besides the actual Game Boy game and the Nintendo games and all that stuff, the card game was like equal level or even higher in my opinion because I had binders on binders of those cards. Me and my buddies used to trade them like in the street.
Nah, dude,
bring them to school.
Man, no, for real. I remember a lot of kids used to bring big ass binders and they would like battle and then like I think they would battle for cards too and stuff, and it would get pretty crazy. It would
get really crazy, dude. The card game was actually created in 1996, and it had 102 different playing cards. So it didn't even include all the original Pokemon, and it probably included like the Professor Oak card, and a lot of like the power cards, energy, water, fire, all that kind of stuff. So from there, it just took off, and now there's over 898 different Pokemon. Probably not including the X ones you're talking about. And the card game is probably just advanced just as much as the games have. I mean, I haven't played in years, to be honest with you. The most recent game that I've played would be Pokemon Go.
Don't get me started on Pokemon Go.
Let's get you started on it.
Dude,
Let's rev that engine!
Dude, honestly, they took a perfectly good game and they just made it dummy-proof. And honestly, it worked. They made a lot of money off of it and stuff, and people were having fun. They were being active. And so I know during COVID, I know Pokemon Go went up because everyone was walking, everyone was outside, Yeah, that game is really fun, but I just wasn't a huge fan of it. I was not a huge fan.
Yeah, I can see why. Being an original, OG of the Pokemon series.
Gotta be, bro. Gotta be.
I can see, it's a fun game to mess around with your friends, and if you're fucking just walking around the city, you go to New York, you go to Chicago, and you're just shooting the shit, I can totally see how it's just a fun game to just collect Pokemon on the street. But I can see how you're a little frustrated by it. For me, personally, I didn't play it too much, but that was also a time in my life where I didn't have a regular phone or even a smartphone. I had a cell phone a lot of the times, just an old flip phone. Even 2017, 2018. But what was really, really dope about Pokemon Go is that it's the first augmented reality Pokemon game. And you were right about, especially the pandemic, it broke records, bro. It has over 1 billion downloads. And I remember looking at the Apple App Store. It was number one for at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years it was number one. It was Pokemon Go, and then you still see it on people's phones. Even they have no other games. They won't have a single other game. Maybe I don't know. Maybe even a pinball game or Candy Crush or something. But dude, it's always fucking Pokemon Go. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people I knew, friends and family, that were like, "Oh my god, get the game! We're always out. This is nice. I get my steps in while playing Pokemon Go."
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I'm like, you better watch your surroundings. Especially you live here in Phoenix. You got your headphones in, you play Pokemon Go. Good night. Yeah. Good night. You better watch yourself here. Yeah. Even the Pokemon don't have a chance against these thugs here in Phoenix. Stupid. You gotta watch out, bro. You gotta watch out. Here's the thing, though, about Pokemon I want to mention for sure. It's not without its controversy. So check this out. 1999, the parents of 2 9-year-old boys ended up suing Nintendo. They were stating that the Pokemon card game had caused the children to develop gambling problems about the trading card craze.
I can kind of see, in a sense, why. Because, okay, get this right. If they were going to school, or if they were battling kids around the neighborhood, and they were whooping ass, bro, and they were betting, bro, they made probably grips of money. And their mom was like, yo, where are you getting all this cash from? And they're like, I'm whooping ass at Pokemon. Like, what the hell? Like, yeah, I just the other day, Mom, I beat down Jimmy with my Charizard. And she's like, oh my God, you beat him down with your Charizard. It's just, And then plus, dude, it just sounds like overprotective parents. Sounds like parents that didn't have a childhood, no offense. It's not like he's actually going to a fucking casino and gambling and putting all his money on red, so that's a little extreme.
It's a little extreme. What she should have been like is like, are you talking about the Charizard that I bought you at Kmart? Where's my cut, motherfucker?
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah, she should have taken a percent of that.
I would have been like, hey.
You're beating your neighbor's ass, give me a cut, Jimmy. Man.
This milk is not cheap, bruh. Them Pop-Tarts you want ain't cheap.
A gallon of milk is equal to a gallon of gas. Let's go. Let's go.
And gas to exactly. And gas to take your ass to school.
You think that Halloween candy is free?
$5.
Dude, and the thing is, that's light compared to these next two is religious groups that discount the theory of evolution. I know. Just hold on. That discount the theory of evolution also target Pokemon for showing Pokemon evolving into new creatures. It's a fictional fucking game.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
It reminds me of the same argument that's going on right now with the Little Mermaid. Have you heard about this?
Dude, don't even start on that.
I'm going to get started. I'm going to get started on this.
So, I think it's crazy because, and this is what we were going to talk about in that podcast about, so we had scrapped a podcast called Black and White. And in this sense and stuff, I guess in Hollywood and in movies for a long time, there's been whitewashing. And it's not a bad term. It just means that literally white characters take on roles that were primarily at first minorities. Not saying Ariel was black or anything, but it's just crazy and stuff because everyone in Hollywood gets I think they get their cycle. If that makes sense. Like literally white people were on top of Hollywood. Now we're having more black actors come out, and next in that line are going to be Latino and Mexican actors are going to take a lot of roles on, and then plus two, maybe even the Chinese now and stuff. Because there was a lot of I guess they were saying only like 3% of Asian characters are actually on television and in movies, and that's really low.
It's very low. It's very low.
Super low.
And I agree with you, dude. I mean, think about it. Let's go back to what we started with today. Let's blame motherfucking Christopher Columbus. He came over here. We whitewashed America. We got rid of all the American Indians.
Right.
And then going to more... So that happened, and it was white dominated in the U.S.
Right.
Then touching on a little other subject, a marijuana subject, there's a guy named Anslinger. And what Anslinger did is he was afraid because white women started having a lot of sex with black guys.
Hey.
And so so what he decided to do is, one, blame it on jazz music, and two, he blamed it on marijuana. And he said that the marijuana was confusing the white women and tricking their brains into having sex with black guys and Mexicans.
Damn.
And then he was also saying that the Latino population was a lazy population because they sat around and smoked weed. So pushing that whole anti-drug movement started in the 40s and 50s with Anslinger, plus Christopher Columbus from back then, because they want it, once it's white, they want it to stay white. But now there's a lot of pushback with BLM and all these other things, which I think everybody should get a fair shot. My only counter argument to that, not to get too deep and off of Pokemon here, is that it should be about the acting at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying.
It should be about the quality of the actor.
Right.
If you find a better white actor, go with him. But if you find a better black actor, go with him. That's why with The Little Mermaid, I don't give a shit. My only thing with The Little Mermaid was just make sure her hair is orange.
Right.
And we're fucking good. Right. And it is. And so in my opinion, we're fucking good.
Right. And I mean, it's a little selfish. Because
hella selfish.
It's kind of selfish, man.
It's extremely selfish.
It's like, come on, like you guys have taken every other character, and we can get into a whole thing about this and stuff. But I think it's really messed up that everyone's freaking out about Ariel being black. Guys, it's just a matter of time. Everyone's gonna get their turn in Hollywood.
Just let it happen.
It's like a cycle. I'm sorry, but it's just I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude. And I saw even one guy argue that, somebody who lives that deep in the ocean shouldn't have that complexion of skin. It should be more white. I'm like, it's a fictional story, goddammit.
Shit?
Who gives a shit, bro? Chill.
Are you gonna go watch that Disney movie, dude?
Chill.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
it's fucking crazy, bro.
It just angers me, man. Because it's just like, man, it's just so like ignorant, dude.
Super ignorant.
Fuck. Like, why does racism even still exist? Like, dude,
it's gonna exist forever. It is, unfortunately. I'm just gonna say it will exist forever.
FYI,
it's taught.
Racism is taught. Exactly, milk. Yes.
Thanks, chocolate.
God. So, God, parents.
Yeah.
Let's do better. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And to add to that, the third thing that Pokemon has dealt with is that some adults have even protested the implicit message that it was all right for humans to capture and enslave these sentient beings. And others thought that the fantastic nature of the creatures promoted occult beliefs and practices. So they're talking about, one, enslaving a fictional character, and two, witchcraft. It's like, what you want to talk? I'm like, you want to talk about cows? Right. You want to talk about dogs? You want to talk about cats? You want to talk about horses? What do? We domesticated them.
And then plus two, if you think about it, that's what we do with the zoo.
Exactly.
So why is it any different because it's a fictional character?
The only time with the zoo that I see that it's okay,
right?
If the creature's going extinct.
Okay,
then it's like, okay, we get them in here for breeding purposes,
right,
and finding a mate. Like, to me,
right,
that's A-okay.
Right.
But otherwise, it's a little sketch.
It is. And then half the time, too, I'm sorry, man, those animals don't look happy in that, setting or that environment. So, like, the fact that they try to be like, fictional character being enslaved in a Pokeball, dude, like, we do it now, but it's just called the zoo.
It's part of the game.
I'm like, yeah, literally. It's like...
From day one...
That's crazy.
From day one, you're putting Pokemon in Pokeballs. That's and they love it in there.
Right!
They get really tiny. It's like a little home for them. They get healthy. They stay safe.
And honestly, for all we know, there could be a nice little Pokemon condo in there. They got a resort.
Yeah.
We don't know what's in that
Pokemon. There could be Pokemon Adriana Shekic in there.
Hey, yo. Shit. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, real tough.
And then plus, it's fictional, guys. It's not fucking real.
It's not real. God. Let's just all chill out.
Let's come back to reality.
Let's take a step back, dude. The only good thing I gotta say about what Pokemon did compared to like real life animals and a lot of other games is that they didn't say, like, when you're in battle and and your Pokemon gets attacked and loses all its health, they didn't say, Charmander has died.
Right, you're right.
It says Charmander has fainted.
Right.
So it's like a nicer way of putting that, because all you got to do is run back to one of those hot-ass Pokemon nurses and put him in there for a little bit, and he gets healed.
Can we heal your Pokemon up?
He looks really injured. Yes. You look tired yourself. You want to have a seat, big boy?
Nurse,
I'm like,
what
yes.
was her name? Nurse Peggy? Or, not Peggy.
Peg me.
You in the butt stuff, bro.
It's been said once.
No, but yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But that's actually really, that's really cool and stuff, because I think their target audience at that time were kids, though. So, like...
It was kids.
You know what I'm saying?
It was like kids and teenagers.
And they wanted to keep it very, very light, and then plus, too, I think Pokemon's just a light anime in general. Like, there was never really any negative except for Team Rocket trying to always steal something, always try to take Pikachu or something. But other than that, I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, good on Satoshi for bringing that into the game. Honestly, yeah.
Bless that man.
Bless that man. Bless that man. He did a really, really good job, dude. He did a really, really good job. One thing, dude, I don't know if you ever thought about this, bro, but like, okay, let's take Family Guy and The Simpsons for a second.
Okay.
Crossover. The episodes weren't the best, I'll just say that. They weren't the best. They were alright, but I at least appreciate the fact that they took two of the most popular adult cartoons and put them together.
Yes.
Why have they never done that with, like, Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something?
Okay, because I think, for one, Digimon was not on that level of Pokemon.
Okay, Digimon wasn't, but maybe Yu-Gi-Oh!
But, dude, they had beef, bro. I'm pretty sure Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon had beef and stuff, man, because the fact that I think Pokemon came out before Yu-Gi-Oh! And then plus two, Yu-Gi-Oh! Came on the scene, bro, and it literally freaking skyrocketed too, bro. Because how popular it was, like, they even had a TV show, they even had a trading card game, they had the dual disc, and then they had that sick-ass freaking, like, dual disc. Dude, that shit was sick.
Okay, that thing was pretty badass. And then when they made it into a toy,
right?
I was like, Nerf guns, you better watch out.
Right. Y'all got competition.
You got competition. And suck 'em bappers, suck 'em bappers. It's better than a pillow fight.
Dude, do you remember those moon shoes?
Moon shoes! Yeah.
You could barely jump on them.
They sucked. And they had a weight limit. And I was like, I always looked at them like, I'm heavier than that.
I was fat as fuck, too.
I'm in 5th grade. I'm heavier than that.
Right.
Come on. Right. What about fat kids?
Right. But mind you, though, that whole commercial had a bunch of skinny-ass kids in it.
Yeah, it did. Skinny
they
white kids.
They didn't have one fat kid in that commercial.
They're like, I eat TV dinners, and I never go out in the sun.
We eat fast food every night. And literally, I stay 98 pounds.
Like, my alcoholic father beats my mother, so you know she never cooks. Moon shoes.
I'm outside with my moon shoes. Get away from that. Oh,
I got 2 inches off the ground, where if I jump normally, I go higher. Moon shoes. Like Mike? Is that me?
I can play basketballs in these. I can play basketball in them.
Yeah, bro. Those some fucking good ass shit, dude. I know, but it just makes no sense. I would love to see. They can still bring it because think about it. D&D never got a TV show,
right?
And that's popular as hell. And it's even more. I think what happened. D&D shot up when it first came out, dipped heavily down. But now it's gaining popularity again.
I think it's only because freaking Stranger Things made it.
Yeah, Stranger Things and social. Actually, you know what?
They made it so cool again.
Probably Stranger Things more
Eddie
than
Munson.
social.
R.I.P. Eddie Munson.
Yeah, season 4 sucked.
Oh man.
I know. It was the worst season. I'm just gonna say it.
Damn.
Yeah, it was the worst season.
I actually liked it.
It was okay.
I like the fact
as a show, obviously, it was kind of entertaining. But out of their 4 seasons, it's the worst one.
I mean, I like the whole character development and everything and stuff, and how all the characters were kind of going their separate ways in high school. Lucas was playing basketball, so he didn't have time to be a nerd anymore, and you know what I'm saying? It was dope. It was really cool. And then at the end, he had to, and guess what? He picked his friends, man. He picked his friends. He was
Good
like,
on you. He almost got broken half. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
He was close.
Almost.
He was close.
But I mean,
yeah. No, I feel you there, bro. I feel you there. I just love to see it happen. A
but,
crossover.
But I think back to the whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing, though. I think it's because Yu-Gi-Oh is just too popular too to be its, and then plus I feel like they had beef. They got
the card game for sure. I know had beef because people would be like, I only collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Or I only collect Pokemon cards. I remember there was a local bookshop on Sundays. You could come and do Yu-Gi-Oh battles for free. Oh, I only went one time because I was socially nervous or whatever. But I brought my cards and I just watched people play for an hour. Then I
think the beef is almost like everyone that's like, do you watch Star Wars or do you watch Star Trek? And you see those fights, man. They get into that shit.
They do get into that shit.
They're like, man, Star Wars is not realistic. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it is. It's in a different galaxy. They say it in the opening. And then, they're like, well, and then they're like, Star Trek is more realistic. Da, da, da. It's just like, oh, yeah, man. It's
relax.
Too much. The
nerds need to chill.
Right.
I thought you guys were like, no, you're not chill. You're not chill. I deal with all the science freaks all day at work, so I know, dude. I know. They're kind of cool, but they ain't chill. Right. They ain't chill, So, dude, now that we've gotten this far in the podcast today, I wanted to ask you, who is your favorite Pokemon?
I want to say I think I'm going to go with Totodile.
Totodile
is my favorite. I like that he was
cute.
An alligator and stuff. And his forms were always dope. I liked his first, his second, and his third form. And, they just kept it consistent. So.
Yeah.
It didn't go all crazy and stuff, so,
Yeah, he was tight. I wrote down 5. I got a 5-way tie here.
Oh, man.
I wrote down Cubone, Pinsir.
Pinsir's cool.
Dragonair. Haunter. And Muck. I only based that off of the cards because I always used to just look at the cards and be like, oh, they look so badass. They would sometimes appear in the games and shit. Well, not the game, the TV series, right. Which has over 1,000 episodes if you didn't know. But it, I don't know, bro. Like they're all like, I guess looking at my list that I made, they all have a little like mystery to them.
Okay,
a little mystery, a little bit of darkness in there too.
Right. So out of all 5. Who are you gonna rock with? Okay,
I'm gonna get rid of Cubone to start. I'm also gonna get rid of Pinsir. Haunter, bro. I just love Haunter.
Haunter is his starter.
He just look fucking, fuck Ghastly. I'm going to level 2.
Ghastly, dude. And that's another thing that I thought was it was cool but weird. I didn't get why the Pokemon didn't have like a language and stuff. They just said their name.
Yeah, that was one thing that
it was like Pika Pee.
Yeah,
Squirtle. Or like Bulbasaur, Bulba. Or like Charmander, Char. It was never. And then Hunter was always like Hunter. And then Ghastly was like Ghastly. He sounded like an old man.
What did Gengar sound like?
Gengar was just Gengar. That was literally it. And then I remember I think it was Snorlax. Snorlax.
Yeah, big
so
old.
That's all he said.
Because he just slept all the time.
Right.
He just ate Mickeys and chill out.
He was just like, man.
He's like a fat homeless guy.
Let me get 4 Big Macs. I want large fries.
I want a couple of those dried Popeyes biscuits and no water.
I want 3 Sun. Oh, dude, that'll get you big for sure. Oh my God, no water. It's
just come play that flute next to me. It makes me relax.
Oh, that was in the game.
Yeah, you had to play the flute to get on the move.
Look at you reference it, dude.
Yeah, you see that?
That was in the game. I remember that stuff because you had to find the flute and stuff to wake Snorlax up.
Hell yeah.
And then I think you could battle him after, and then I think you could catch him after.
I think that's what it was. I think sometimes he just dipped.
Yeah.
Sometimes he was like, I'm out of here. Yeah. And he got fast all of a sudden. But a lot of the other times is like, I think you could battle him and capture him. Yeah. I think that was your chance to get it. Because like, where else is he going to be besides just blocking the road? Like,
right.
Like a big motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, dude. And so, since we know our favorite Pokemon, what is your favorite Pokemon game?
Ooh.
Mine's also a 3-way tie on this one.
I did like the Game Boy Advance a lot and stuff because I think their starter Pokemon were really sick. Pearl and Diamond and Platinum were all good games for the Nintendo DS, but I'd probably have to go with I gotta go with the OG, so I'm gonna say Ruby Red for the Game Boy Advance.
Ruby Red?
Yeah.
You mean just red, or there was a Ruby Red?
Yeah. Oh, Ruby Red, Sapphire.
It had the hawk-looking one on.
Yes. Well, no. So on those 3 games for the Game Boy Advance, you had Emerald, Sapphire, and Ruby. Well, just Ruby. I think they remastered it and they call it Ruby Red and Sapphire Blue and Emerald Green. But back then, those 3 legendaries on that game, on Ruby, it was Groudon. On Sapphire, it was Kyogre. And on Emerald, his name was Rayquaza.
Kyogre? Sounds like an underfed Shrek.
Kyogre.
He hangs on the outskirts of the Shrek village and
he's all Donkey, get off my seat.
Right on, dude. I don't think I ever played those versions.
What? Dude, those are...
I remember them. My neighbor across the street,
right.
My best friend, one of my best friends growing up, Alex, he was all over that shit. I know he played it for sure. But
those are good games. Those had really good gen Pokemon too.
That's sick, dude. Yeah, I never got into that. For me, dude, it's a 3-way tie between Pokemon Blue, which I had on the Game Boy, Pokemon Snap, and Pokemon Stadium on the Nintendo.
Bro, out of all 3 of those?
Dude, they're all fucking sick, dude, because obviously original Blue was fucking tight. Pokemon Snap was fun because I just love throwing apples at them and taking the pictures was so much fun. But Pokemon Stadium too, where you get to play those little side games, that was so much fun. And like I remember, like when you battled people in the stadium, I remember it was like almost like in slow motion. Like Charizard would shoot his fire slow, and then when the enemy got hit, he would like react slow. I don't know if that was because of like the graphics and just being Nintendo 64.
Or maybe your console was a little fucked up.
No, dude. But dude, if I really had, I don't know, man. I'm definitely gonna get rid of Pokemon Blue. I think I definitely had more fun with Snap and Stadium.
Yes.
I think I honestly played Stadium the most. I'll go with Stadium on this one. I mean, Snap is so much fun. The original was so much fun. I know they already released or they're about to release another Snap. But yeah, let's go Pokemon Stadium this one. There's so much. There's so many different things to do in that version, bro. It was fucking sick.
They will.
It was fucking sick, dude. And then the last thing I would ask you is, what is your favorite gym and why?
Gym.
Besides number 2 with our girl Misty, you know. The Pokemons weren't the only ones getting wet.
Hey, for real.
For real, that's for sure.
Get it, Ash. Wow. It would have to be. Dude, that's a good question, bro. I didn't really pay attention to like the gyms ever. But you know what? The hardest gym that I ever fought during the game, it was when I was fighting. It was a woman gym leader, and she wore all purple and stuff. I forgot her name and stuff, but she literally had all ghost Pokemon.
Ooh.
And literally, all the ghost Pokemon, like you can't really like. There's no moves that really affect them, you know, because they're
they're ghosts,
you know. And I remember, I think I used fucking some type of electric Pokemon to win, but literally, she literally creamed my whole roster, and that's all I had left. Was like, I think my Pikachu was at like a 38 level, and her Pokemon were at like a 50, and I was like, luckily, like the attacks for Pikachu were pretty high. So I kept using Thunderbolt like 6 fucking times, and I was just like, yeah, you know, and eventually I was like, cool.
I feel like electric would be the most damageable against the ghost,
right,
because like you're touching all the electrons in the air,
right,
which would affect the ghosts as well, because
right,
they're still present in the air, you know. Water would go right through them, fire wouldn't really do anything, wind would just go through them or push them around,
right.
But yeah, electric makes the most sense.
That's cool, actually dude. Pretty accurate that they actually have that kind of thing for Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah, like they kind of kept it on a semi-realistic basis sometimes.
It was actually pretty cool about that. So I was like, okay, cool. This is more of a challenge.
That's tight. That's tight.
Oh yeah.
My favorite my favorite gym was the 4th one. I remember with Lieutenant Surge, and I believed he had all electric Pokemon.
Yes.
And something about the electric Pokemon, just like what was that one bird from the original 151 that was electric? Can't pull his name out of my.
I don't want to say Zapdos.
Yeah, Zapdos.
Did he capture Zapdos?
I'm pretty sure he had him,
because he's a legendary Pokemon.
Was he?
Yeah, because there's there are the 3 birds. No, well, I don't think we count a Lugia as a bird, because a Lugia is a dragon, I think. But there was Voltress,
yes,
Zapdos, and the ice one, and I think the ice one is called Articuno.
Yeah, Articuno. Yeah, I remember those 3. Yeah.
So
Zapdos was so badass to me, and all the other electric Pokemon too.
I didn't know that.
And I loved having their trading cards, and that gym was the best. Besides,
I remember Sergeant Surge had Electabuzz, and there was that, and it was that a big fuzzy Grinch looking Pokemon that had like a black, like Charlie Brown, like electric bolt across his stomach, or like around him, but he looked like a yellow Grinch with like electricity pulsing. So it was
That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Bro, so I have one surprise for you.
Okay.
Here at the end that I didn't let you know about.
Oui.
But we're going to do a little bit of Pokemon trivia.
This should be a game. I don't know why they haven't. No, actually, I think they probably made this a game. On like a DVD movie or something.
It's definitely like online flashcard kind of games and shit like that.
Right.
But,
guess that Pokemon.
Who's that Pokemon? Yeah. I don't know, dude. Okay. Some of these are easy. Some are a little tricky. I would say.
No.
Okay, but I'm going to hit you with a fucking easy one to start with.
Okay.
If you get this one wrong, I'm just going to walk out and we're going to stop this podcast forever.
Okay, cool.
All right. Number 1. Which Pokemon researcher in the series is considered to be the best scientist about Pokemon?
Oh, a flashlight. No,
so that's the best self-explorer.
That's gonna be Professor Oak.
Yeah, I didn't even need to list the options out. You already know.
You know.
I told you. I hit you with the fucking
Professor
easiest
Oak,
one
man.
to start with.
That's like OG. Because actually, in Pearl, Diamond, and Platinum, there's a new one called Dr. Rowan. And he's like this old looking Santa Claus looking dude, but he's not the same.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, that guy took over. he killed Professor Oak.
Rowan, Anthony would like that shit. All right. Which Pokemon is the oldest Pokemon in the game universe?
Arceus.
Damn, I didn't even mean to list that out either.
Yeah, dude, no.
Fuck, he's like fire.
He's the creator of all Pokemon.
So he created all the other Pokemon?
Yes. There's a movie, I'm not sure what movie it was and stuff, but literally Ash and them go through this forest and they get sent back in time. I forgot what it's called and stuff. Yeah, it's a really good movie, but y'all should go check out all 16 live action movies. Not live action, but there's 16 animated movies they have for Pokemon.
16 movies?
Yes, and Ash has died in 6 of them.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I remember seeing one of his deaths, and dude, Pikachu just absolutely loses his shit.
Dude, he's about ready to fuck every Pokemon up,
dude. he busts a Pokenut, you know what I mean?
Pikachu! I have another one.
All right. How many types of Pokemon are there?
Okay, this one I'm not going to get right.
Okay, number 1, 15.
Okay.
Number 2, 18.
18.
Number 3, 21.
18.
Damn, bro. 3 for 3.
Really?
18 types.
Okay, cool, because I don't remember that.
I don't know the 18 offhand. I only know a couple of them. Water, fire, electric,
dragon,
water, air,
steel,
stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 18, my friend.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, you are killing it.
Let's go.
Number 4. What is the most common type of Pokemon?
Common type of Pokemon?
Yeah.
Is there options?
There's options. Let me read them to you.
Thank you, bud. Thank you. Could you say the word again?
The question again?
No, I was trying to do like a spelling bee thing, but
yeah. Oh yeah. Can I get that word?
Wait again. Could you say it in a
Could you say it in a British accent?
In a sentence?
All right. Here are the 3 options for the most common type of Pokemon.
Good.
1, water. 2, grass. 3, fire.
Grass. What the what?
It's water.
Oh yes. Okay, that makes sense because there's a lot more. 90% of the ocean.
90% of the oceans have been discovered. Did you know that during the tsunamis in 2011, there was numerous species that washed up on the shore that they never knew about?
Whoa! Look at you, man.
I know, dude. It's kind of crazy. All right, you're doing good. You're 3 for 4 so far. 3 for 4 so far. Let's see here. Which is the this one's a little harder. Which is the only Pokemon that can change its gender? We got a trans Pokemon here.
Okay, give me...
Drowsy,
okay.
Rhydon, or Azurill?
Azurill.
Damn. You know you're trans.
Hey, man.
You know? Refer to our Tinder episode. He'll reveal his
No,
secrets.
stop playing. No, okay, first of all, how you gonna do me like that, first of all? Get out of here. This guy.
Hey, you're doing good, my friend. 4 for 5. 4 for 5. All right, next question. Where does the skull of Cubone come from? A, from its murder victim.
Jesus.
B, from its dead mother.
Oh.
Or C, from its dead father.
Okay, first of all, this is a very dark Pokemon question, but I'm not gonna say murder victim because I don't think Cubone. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna say dad. Dad seems more like a warrior type of thing. Or actually, the whole victim thing sounds kind of creepy, but the dad for sure. What?
From his mother, my friend.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
Is there like a deeper explanation of why
I don't have it, unfortunately. Maybe he's got mommy issues.
Damn, bro, that's kind of dark. I didn't know Pokemon was like that.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking hella dark. I don't know the backstory on all that.
Yeah, that's.
But Cubone, he the man. That's all I'm saying.
Brett,
he's a baddie.
He's a warrior for real.
He is.
Man.
All right. What is considered a critical hit in the Pokemon game? A, an attack that stuns Pokemon in a single shot.
Okay.
B, an attack that leaves more damage than usual.
Okay.
Or C, an attack with a second free attack.
Oh, B. Easy money.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy.
Easy money.
I would have got that one too.
Easy money.
Yeah, it's definitely an attack that leaves more damage.
Right.
Yeah. I would have maybe said A is the second choice, an attack that stuns a Pokemon in a single shot.
Right.
But stun sounds more of like its own kind of thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And especially if it's a weakness of that Pokemon, you can actually one-hit kill a Pokemon in the game.
That's pretty cool.
Like with water and fire, electricity and water and rock. Dude, yeah. Whoop ass.
Whoop ass, motherfucker. All right. This one you might not get.
Okay,
but which is the first Pokemon in the Pokedex with the number 001? Is it A, Charmander, B, Bulbasaur, or C, Squirtle?
Bulbasaur.
Damn, bro, you're on fire today.
Let's go.
Let's go. Bulby. I used to choose.
Bulby.
That's what his name should have been. Bulby. Like a bulb of a flower, you know? Dude, I usually choose between Bulbasaur or Squirtle starting out. I never chose Charmander. I mean, I did a couple times, but I mostly didn't because everybody used to choose them. So I was like,
honestly, bro, the fire types are really, they're not like the strongest and stuff, and you can run through the game, dude, with just a fire type Pokemon, literally, because you can destroy every other Pokemon.
That's true. Especially in the beginning, you go into the woods and stuff, you can level up real quick.
Bro, you can level up real quick with fire. Bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe I should have done that. The name Hitmonlee is based off which famous figure in real life?
Whoa.
A, Bruce Lee.
I knew
B,
it was a martial artist.
Tommy Lee. C, Tyler Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I know that one's pretty obvious.
That's just kind of obvious.
I don't even know who
Lee.
Tyler Lee is.
Yeah.
I know who Tommy Lee is.
Right, the drummer from Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, they're Motley of a Crue.
Motley Crue.
But no, I don't know who fucking Tyler Lee is, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely not that.
Whack. Yeah. Another pretty easy one, I would say. Oh, dude, this one's fun. I like this one a lot, and which is kind of another obvious one. But what does the name Pokemon really mean? Is it the name of a gaming company? Is it a combination of Pocket and Monster? Is it the hometown of the creator?
It's a Pocket Monster.
Yeah, it's Pocket Monster. Okay. Yeah.
It's a Pocket Pussy.
Yeah, the thing that I already have.
Oh.
The Pocket Monster, that is, not the Pocket Pussy. I think I remember you throwing that at a moose to survive.
Talking about versus Wild. If y'all want to listen to the episode,
Season 1, Episode 7. Y'all check it. All right, dude, we're getting close to the end here. We're getting close to the end.
Well, give me one more so we can set it off.
Well, one more. Pokemon is the second best-selling video game franchise of all time, behind only what? A, Fortnite. B, Mario. C, Call of Duty.
Mario.
Nailed it, dude.
Let's go.
I would have said Call of Duty.
No, honestly.
Call of Duty's up there, dude. I mean...
They put out a Call of Duty every year almost.
Yeah, I mean, it's so popular, super popular online.
But that makes sense that Nintendo is one of the other competitors and stuff because they always put out a Mario game every year too. And then Smash Bros is so popular, and yeah, all those other Mario Kart. That game is still popular.
Now there's that Mario Land in Japan.
Land. Yeah,
just came out this year.
I think it's part of Universal out there and stuff, but it's called Nintendo Land.
It looks tight,
dude.
I would love to go to. I would love to go to Japan just in general.
Expensive. Japan, hey, please, if y'all hear this, y'all need people to just come, freaking interview anybody. Well, yeah, just please.
Come on, man.
That's a dream of mine. Yo,
lower
Japan.
those prices.
I would live in Japan, dude, too. Damn.
Fuck yeah.
I would never come back.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck the States.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, it's worth it. All right, guys, we appreciate you tuning in for another deliciously tasty chocolate and milk combination of chocolate milk.
Thank you.
We appreciate you tuning in to Pokemon, and remember, you always got to catch them all.
Yeah, and then guys, if you guys ever need someone to talk to or need someone for help or anything, the suicide hotline is 988. Always
reach out, call a friend. And if you can't get in contact with any friends or family members, yeah, Professor Oak, he ain't going to help you, unfortunately.
Right.
But he would recommend the same thing. I would know that. I would know that for sure. So remember, always dial 988 if you're struggling with suicide.
Please.
We don't want to see you on the news, and we want everybody deserves a second chance.
All right.
All right, guys.
Have a good night.
And don't forget to catch them all.
Pokemon.
Copyright not infringed.
Oh, I know. Damn.
All right. We'll see you episode 2 next week. Bye-bye.